All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Now they try the right side here.
Ain't going nowhere.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Check the out.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And this is Parker, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First down, Green Bay.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in.
Back to throw. Love. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Looking to throw on second down. Love. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
In your face. Mike 8.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Green Bay.
He's coming, check in. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 28, 22, jet, cover. 20.
So they keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll find Everett there, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mike 8.
the gun on third down. Love. Wilson's got it complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Love. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points. Guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 3rd down. Love. And that will be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, this is Haney. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Over. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Just like that. Just like that. Hatch it. Hatch it. Wait.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a carry for Dillon.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 now. 3 now. 81. Switch.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check in. He's crossing. He's checking credit. Check 99. Check 99.
To throw on second down. Love. And going deep for... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, That's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And what a big-time play there. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. They'll run it again with Barkley. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's get it.
They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Two times.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Green Bay.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Keep it up.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Check 3. Check 3. Come on, come on. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
10th carry now for Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Back to throw. Love. And he finds Parker here, complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Looking to throw. Love. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. What we got? Mike 8.
Back to throw. Love. And an alley to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And Wilson has it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Caleb Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. On 3rd down, Elliott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Haney. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.